Hey friends, welcome back. We're still on day 4. Today I am getting ready to fix a spinach and chicken quiche for dinner tonight. That's what I decided at the last minute I was going to do. So I wanted to come on and share this recipe with you. So maybe you would be interested in making it for yourself. Um, This quiche, once we're done with it, will only be, let me see, 4 grams of net carbs per slice. Okay? Um, so let's talk real quick about how we've been doing today. For breakfast, I had egg, bacon, and I had one piece of Nature's Own, this Nature's Own Life sugar-free bread. Um, I toasted it and just had it with my egg and bacon. One slice is seven net grams of carbs or net carbs. Yeah. So I just had one slice of toast with my breakfast this morning. Since I've been doing really good with my carb count, I decided I'd have a slice of bread this morning, but that is the sugar-free Nature's Own Light. So if you're looking for a low-carb bread, that was very good. For lunch, I had some tuna salad with lettuce, tomato, and avocado. That was very good and filling. I had a snack, my little lunch tray thing that was pepperoni, mozzarella, and olives. And that's what I've had for today. Um, So now we're going to go into dinner and we're going to make our quiche. All right, so what we're going to do is start off with our measuring cups. And I'm dropping them everywhere. Excuse me. All right, so we have a cup. This is a half a cup. Turn my light on. More light. Um, all right. So what we want is the recipe calls for a cup and a half of almond flour. So again, this is my almond flour from Walmart. So we're going to do a cup and a half of that. This is for the crust of the quiche. You can also omit the crust and make this a crushless quiche, which will give you even less net carbs out of this recipe. This recipe calls for a third cup of coconut flour. I do not have coconut flour, so I am going to substitute that with my Carb Quick. Carb Quick, it comes in a box. It's like Bisquick. Um, so I'm going to substitute this and see how it goes, and I'll let you know if it tastes good or not. Okay, so that was a third cup of Carb Quick. The recipe calls for a third cup of coconut flour. I used again, I just Googled keto quiche recipe, and that's where I got this recipe from. So anytime you're looking for something to cook, if you got a taste for something, just Google it, and 9 times out of 10, you'll find a recipe that somebody's posted. Okay, we need one large egg, and I'm gonna kind of beat it up a little bit in my thing before I add it. So beat your egg up before you add it in. All right, one large egg. And then we want 1 stick of melted butter. I turned my stove on and I put my butter in a bowl and set it on my back burner cover, and it melted the butter for me. So that's my trick to melting butter. So 1 stick of melted butter and some salt. Again, I like the Himalayan salt. It's better for you. Dang it, I'm always dropping stuff. So I'm going to use that. All right, and then we're just going to mix this all together. And again, this is going to be our crust. So the Carb Quick has these weird little flakes of, I don't know what you call it. They look like pieces of like solid oil. That's what they remind me of. But I'm looking at them and they're in here. See, that's in the Carb Quick. I don't know what that's all about. Um, and I made another recipe with the Carb Quick, and I kind of didn't care for it because of those things. But I hope they melt and bake in my recipe here. So I'm going to add, to give my flavor, give my crust a flavor, I'm going to add the everything bagel crunch seasoning to this, just to give it a little flavor. And maybe hide some of that weird consistency and taste that the Carb Quick can give you. And the almond flour. Some people don't like the taste of almond flour. So it smells pretty good. All right, so now let me spray my pan. Spray the pan up. Try not to be a messy cook, because I was told yesterday that I'm a messy cook by somebody, um, because I'm always dropping stuff. And I will say that's not completely false. All right, so this is our crust, and um, the recipe tells a 9-inch pie pan. I don't have a pie pan, so I'm just going to use my casserole dish here. So I'm going to put it in there and then press it around the bottom and the edges of this. And geez. So that butter has this very moist. It's very, very moist. Don't know if this is going to work out too well with the crust. But if the crust isn't good, we'll just pick it off and just eat it with the, see how greasy that is? I think that's from the butter. All right. So hopefully this won't be a fail. If it is, that's okay. At least we can say we tried, right? But it is very, it's not a very good dough. So we're going to pre-bake this a little bit before we add our filling, just so we don't get raw dough. Prayerfully, this will bake up right, and we can check it before we add our filling, because this may end up being a crustless quiche if it's not right. I was so excited. I hope it's not. I hope it comes out good because I was excited to have a crust on my quiche. But that butter is making it very. Mm. All right, so 350 in the oven. See, I got my crust in there. I'm gonna pop her in there and just let that cook a little bit. And while that's cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get our filling going. Okay, so we're gonna do onion and spinach, eggs, cheese, heavy cream, and seasoning. Okay, we put this up. Spinach, onion. Oh, I don't have white onion. Okay, that's all right. My fajita chicken. So this recipe called for bacon. You can use bacon or ham. Um, I have this chicken fajita pre-cooked that I need to do something with. So I'm gonna do it with this chicken fajita. Okay. This recipe though calls for 6 slices of ham. I'm sorry, 6 slices of bacon. You brown it, crumble it, um, and then add it with the rest of the ingredients for the filling. Okay, but we don't have it, so this is what we're getting. All right. Got to work with what you got. It's the good thing about recipes, you can always alter them. Um, Sometimes I find it tastes better when you put your own little spins on things. All right, so I'm going to chop up some onion. Try not to chop my finger. So chopped onion. We're going to saute the onion down. Then we're going to saute the spinach with it. And then we're going to put it in a bowl. We're going to mix our other ingredients, the egg and cheese and the heavy cream all together. And then we're going to pour it into our shell. Or if you're doing it crustless, you just pour it into your pan and you're good to go. All right. And we're going to save the rest of this onion for another day. I put everything in a bag, y'all. Instead of wrapping it, put in a little baggie. Save it for later. All right. Lord, I hope I have a half cup of heavy whipping cream because I love it in my coffee. I'll have to use almond milk tomorrow if I use it all, though. All right, so let's do some olive oil. You can use avocado oil, but I'm going to use this extra virgin olive oil to saute my onions. You can use butter. This may be a little healthier, hopefully. So I've been drinking all my water. This is only my first cup, but I feel like I've been drinking water all day. Um, so I feel like I'm losing the battle with the water today. It's just not going down as fast as I wanted to. So trying to hurry up and drink the rest of this so I can fill it up again. And when I refill it, I'm going to do my flavored water because I think I drink that faster. So the flavored water, again, is your choice of a sweetener that is keto friendly, lemon or lime or both. I think I'm going to do lemon and lime. And a little Himalayan salt, ice, and water will give you a nice flavored beverage uh, and get your water intake. No calories, no carbs. All right, so we're going to get this onion going. I'm going to saute this till they get a little translucent. I'm using red onion. I like the flavor and the color of the red onion. You can use white onion, yellow onion, whatever you like. This is just my preference. Okay, so while that is going, let's get going on our filling. So we need half a cup of the heavy syrup. Heavy cream. I have a scatterbrain today, and I think it may be a side effect of the of dieting. You know, the first week or so, you may be fatigued. You may feel a headache from the shock to your system and not having carbs. Right now, my mind is going. I have what I feel like is scatterbrain because I feel like I just can't get my thoughts together. Um, so don't fear, if it happens to you. It's just part of the process and it will go away. Um, you could try to help it out by maybe having a good snack, you know, something like that. All right, 4 large eggs. We say large, but they look extra large. So 1, 2, 3. I got twins, y'all. Oh my gosh, look. I've only cracked 3 eggs. Look, can you see them right there? Twins. Is that good luck or something? I don't know. So, yeah, I've cracked 3 eggs, and there's one that had 2 yolks. Pretty cool, I reckon. All right, so we got our eggs. We need 1 cup of cheddar cheese. Let's stir our onion really quick. Once our onion cooks down, we're going to throw garlic. I love minced garlic, so I'm going to throw some minced garlic in here because I think that will give it a good flavor too. A little minced garlic. The recipe doesn't call for this, but I'm adding it. You can add it or not. That's up to you. All right, cheddar cheese. Again, if you shred it yourself, it's less carbs. Pre-shredded cheese, they use a little bit of starch to help it stay separated. So there is 1 gram of carbohydrates in this. There is no grams of carbohydrates in cheese that comes on the block and you shred yourself. Okay? Just a little tidbit there. All right, so before I add the cheese, let me whip this up real quick. my twins. Let's check our shell. It's baking up. Let's puff it up a little bit. You don't want to bake the crust all the way. You want to par bake it. So let me see. Yeah, I think that's good. So it baked up nicely, I think. The texture of it does look a little grainy, and that's one thing I don't like about some keto, is that the texture is a little grainy. So that's our partly baked crust for our quiche. All right, so we got 1 cup of cheese, cheddar cheese, cheddar cheese, cheddar cheese. And we are going to go ahead and add some spinach here. There's a lot going on, y'all. So do a couple handfuls. This is 16 ounces. The recipe calls for 8, so about half of that. I'll probably put that in the plastic bag later too to give me more space in my thing. All right, so we got our spinach going with our onions and our garlic. It's smelling good. Very nice. So we just want to cook this down. All right, we got our egg mixture here. I'm going to add a little pepper and a little salt. This you can season up the way you like it. This is going to be our filling for our quiche. More pepper. I like to see my pepper, so I know it's enough. All right. So we're good to go there. Now you could add garlic powder to this. You could add onion powder. Any seasonings that you like to flavor it your way. All right, so this is cooking down now. Spinach doesn't take long. So since this is pre-cooked chicken, I'm gonna throw some in here, and I like to actually dice it up a little bit first. This kitchen is so small, y'all. That's my excuse for why I make messes and things fall on the floor, because I don't have enough room. So maybe if I had a bigger kitchen, I wouldn't make a mess. What y'all think? You're not gonna go there. All right, so we're gonna chop our fajita chicken up to chunks very nicely. So fajita chicken, this is probably about 1.5 cups. I'm gonna put it in there with my spinach and get all this combined. Okay, then I'm gonna take my spinach, chicken, and onions, and I'm just gonna dump it into my pre-baked pan here, pie. pre-baked ham. And then I'm going to top it off with my egg and cheese and try to kind of incorporate all those together. Yeah, should I put them together now? I'm afraid this is too hot and it's going to kind of cook the egg. So maybe I need to let this cool a little bit first before I dump it in my egg. You know what? I'm going to do what I think I should do. Okay. And we're going to let it be. We are going to let it be. Mama makes a mess. All right. Put the whipping cream back. And yeah, I have plenty left for my coffee. Let's put our cheese up. All right. We got our oven set at 350. Once you put everything in your pan, you're going to bake this on 350 for about 40 minutes. Let me verify that. 40 to 45 minutes until the top is golden brown and your center is set. So it shouldn't be jiggly when you pull it out. And then you're going to let it rest for about 5 minutes before you slice it up. All right, so we're going to spoon this spinach, chicken, and onion, and garlic. And put that in our shell. And I'm not going to put it all in there because it's filling up the pan, the pie shell. And I want plenty of room for my, this. I may have done this backwards, but trial and error, y'all. Trial and error. All right, so I got my egg mixture, my spinach, my meat, and my... this looks pretty darn good. All mixed in there. I want to make this fit so bad, but I don't think it is. That's okay. Okay, don't push it. Don't push it. This looks good, y'all. I love spinach. All right, so this pan is hot, so I'm gonna bring y'all down to it. So here we have the spinach quiche with onion, chicken fajita, almond flour crust. All right, and we're gonna put that in the oven 45 minutes and let it bake until it's set. And then we're going to give it a taste and see how it is. Hopefully it will be yummy and delicious. I will make sure I let y'all know. I'm going to post a picture of it once it's done. I'll post a picture and the recipe with the picture once it's done. So if y'all want to make it for yourselves, you can. Again, anytime you have a recipe, you don't have to go 100% according to the recipe. If there's something in there you don't like, just omit it or substitute it for something you do like, okay? Or something you have. So don't let that discourage you from making something. If there's something you don't like or don't have in the recipe, a lot of times you can just substitute. No excuses, right? All right. So I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Let's keep chugging down the water. I'm going to, like I said, make my flavored water, and hopefully by dinner time I'll have one completely down, two down, and one to go. So y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I will post pictures, but I'll do another video on day 5 for tomorrow, day 5. And we'll see what we're going to eat tomorrow. It's the beginning of the weekend, so we're all going to have challenges, I'm sure, on eating out. Um, we have a big weekend planned. Saturday, we're going to be out all day. Sunday, we have plans for brunch. We have plans for dinner. Um, Saturday, we're going out to eat. We've already looked at the menu to see what's keto friendly on the menu. So we already have it in our mind what we're going to order. Um, However, it's Troy's birthday, so he may stray a little bit because he's doing this for me, not because he wants to do it per se, or needs to. Um, so, he can do that. I can't because I have to hold myself accountable because this is something I need to do for myself, right? And that's the mindset that we have to have when we're dieting. All right. So look for that picture and that recipe. Hopefully it tastes good and, it'll be a success. So just keep doing what you're doing and we'll talk to y'all later, friends. Toodles.